It's us again.
Mm-hmm.
We're back
We're
live,
back.
coming to you from solitary confinement, CSP Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yup, the big house. You guys like hearing the truth? Hit the like button, share my shit, and subscribe. Pass it along. Spread the word. Truth seekers, mount up. What's up, baby girl? Say hi to the folks, man.
Hey everybody, how you doing? We're just sitting here
Yeah, hey, folks.
doing our thing.
Doing our thing, We send ours to all you truth seekers, man. Hope everybody's well on a Friday night. This weekend is here, and, hopefully you guys get a little time off to kick back and hang out with us, huh?
There you go.
So, yeah, man. So since we last talked on, a couple days ago, I want to update you guys on a few little things since I last put this out there about that RCGP program that they claim to be shutting down by October. So on Thursday, I spoke with the counselor. I won't say his name. And he told me that, yes, they are closing that program down. And we had a conversation about it. And so I asked him, I said, well, when you guys closing it down? He said by the end of October. And that I asked him, well, then why am I going to DRB? And he said, well, the warden at the prison don't want to put his name on nothing and place you anywhere, so it's above his pay grade based on the Asker settlement. They have to follow that. Just the fact that I guess they don't know what to do. Well, so as we're talking about this, I asked him, like, after 9 fucking years, you people did all this crap to me, my friends, you libeled us, you fucking slandered us, you slandered me and other people, and you stuck over $300 million in that program. And somebody, and I told him, I heard that you guys are just going to open the doors, huh? And he said, yep. And that he also said that this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. Some of the prison's representatives told Sacramento, Jeffrey McCumber, the undersecretary, that they know that this is coming from them now. This is coming from the counselor and another source. That this is what he said. That they know there's going to be a lot of shit happening. A lot of fucking people getting hurt. That's what he said. And that he goes, and they're even making bets on how many. That kind of set me off, man, and it got under my skin. Because it's like old courtroom shit all over again, folks. And,
making bets as in like gladiator
how many
shit.
people get hurt. Yeah, gladiator shit. And then he goes on to say it's going to go down one by one. One by one. And I go, well, how is that okay with you? That you guys done did all this crap for 9 years. You stirred this shit up. You had your snitches spraying all this shit on people, all this slander, all this misinformation. You guys did a big part of this shit, and that's what you're telling me. You're telling me right now that they're making bets on how many people get hurt. Or, are you fucking serious, dude? And he said, yeah, man, what can you do? What can you do? And he shrugged his shoulders.
Like it was nothing to him.
Come on, folks.
Oh, wow. Okay, so.
Right.
They're just feeding you to the slaughter.
That's what he made. That's what he said. Feeding people. They believe that they already fucking smutted up to that shit, right? To fucking be a number on their bet scale, I guess. And I'm just sharing with you guys and my wife and the public exactly what this dude told me. And there's witnesses that heard him. So, I mean, is that not fucked up? That they would even say some shit like that where they're making bets on how many get hurt or some shit. And it's like, are you fucking serious, dude? Then today I spoke to a captain. Captain came by. We talked about, because I've known this guy since 1998 when he was just a tier cop. And he told me the same shit. That they can't believe it. That, they're going to just let all them dudes out. And it's going to be a free-for-all. That's what they said. I said, so that's really your agenda. You guys are that cool with it. And he wasn't. He said he's retiring at the end of December. But it's just, I want you guys to know, this is what they're doing. And it's all the bogus slander that they concocted on people, myself included. That now they're wanting to bet on how many people get hurt.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
When they're admitting this to me, I just like it makes me seethe, man, because to admit something like that, like it's no big deal, like it's the norm, the run of the mill. Baby Grok, it's just mind blowing, man. It really is.
So
and I just wanted to update you guys on that. Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused here. There's no checks and balances on what they're doing. There's nobody. I mean, I'm watching these videos that we're putting out with little stuff like, Kelso and McCumber yucking it up about their great plan and how happy and pleased they are with it. And clearly this is part of the plan.
Right.
And yet they're selling the candy coated version of what they claim to be doing. Meanwhile, they're saying they have budget problems and they have to cut corners here and there, and it's all on you guys and not the industrial part of it at all.
Nothing. Right. Exactly. You hit it right on the head, baby girl. And for me, the fucked up part of this whole issue is, if they knew they were going to get rid of this program, why even put people in it, right? Why put people in it in the first place and then create a bunch of slander to do so?
Well, I think that's all by design, dear. I really do.
Right. Oh, no. There's no doubt about it. It is done by design. No, yeah. I've been set up a few times in my life in these prisons. It's done by design. And then it reminds me of the old school Corcoran days, setting up dogfights and betting on who wins. Because when he said that, it was just so nonchalant, right?
Like it was
that they're betting on the numbers or something.
Like it was like
how many
status quo or business as usual or
right.
Hello,
Yep.
do you not see me as a person? Yep. What's going on here? What's going on here?
Right.
Oh man.
Because it's like they know they're going to get rid of it. Why take people to DRB? Right? Or I get it. They don't want to make the decision because they can't. Or it's above their pay grade. But to say that to me in the same breath, that you're telling me they're closing it down, it pisses me off. And anybody that has family up there or a loved one up there ought to be pissed off too. And I hope you use this if you have to file a lawsuit or whatever, because we're filing lawsuits down here, and they should have never even opened that program and smeared a lot of people to put them in that program to keep Pelican Bay open.
Huh.
And it's disgusting to be that nonchalant with, we're betting on how many people get hurt. Like what?
Wow.
What'd you just say?
Wow.
What you talk about, Willis?
Huh. Uh-huh.
And that's how Corcoran was. That's how old Corcoran was.
Well, yeah, but it's this petty thing that they're doing with their funding, or they want to nickel and dime you guys to death, feed you garbage that you can't even stomach, and then complain about the cost of everything, and then do weirdo shit like this, and then tell the public how they're doing all this wonderful new stuff with their California model and how it's set up to really make a difference, and meanwhile people are getting killed on those yards left and right.
Well, yeah, I mean they're definitely not doing nothing about any of that, man, and it's definitely fucking something folks ought to open their eyes up, because they create the whirlwind of information, disseminate it, and then when it comes back on you or me or the next convict, we get stuck in a hole. Like my one friend that just left here about 4 months ago, spent 13 months in the hole, people. 14 months in the hole for absolutely nothing but a snitch. And he went to DRB and they kicked him out, right? Back to the main line, but somewhere else. But still, 14 months of his life, he was stuck in a hole. Solitary confinement for nothing but a prison rat. And
you have 60 seconds remaining.
And then now they're getting rid of it. It's like, wait a minute, man, you fucking uprooted this guy's program, his entire mainline program, for nothing but a snitch you knew was garbage. And now, now they're talking about getting rid of hope. Now they're going to get rid of it. It's like insane. Let me call back.
Oh, sorry, folks.
California State Prison for Brant, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Pen Link.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, there's just a weird comment on here, and I guess it got blocked a little bit. I don't even know if this guy knows who or what he's talking about, or who he's talking about, or whether he's talking about who you're talking about, or whether... who the fuck is this? A bunch of fake ass bullshit, giving stand-up men a bad rap. Well, Michael Murdoch, I'm gonna...
Nothing but this is nothing but fucking the truth here, and we're fucking as active as they come, studs. So you don't like my shit, get the fuck off my channel, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Go watch one of your rat tubes, motherfucker. That's what you do.
That's what
you don't
they
like
do.
That, whatever, partner.
It doesn't get more real than this, sweetheart. It really doesn't. And
no.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Yeah.
We got a new mod, Sonny. We know Sonny really well, and we trust them, so they don't say much, and they're gonna be around to make sure that the hallways stay
clear.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So, but yeah, man, that's your trip right there, man. It's fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I had to share it with you guys because it's like, goddamn, people. I mean, how much more corruption we need, right? How much more corruption that needs to be before fucking some actual change takes place or something happens. You know, I mean, and they're talking about a budget problem, right? But yet, you know, and let me add this. I guess the milestone credits, the classes and courses for the milestone credits on people to go home, you know, sooner than what they're supposed to. On the main lines, it used to be 12 different courses. Now it's only 6. Now it's only 6. And they're saying it's because of budget cuts. So, and, you know, so first of all, it was the visiting they're taking a day. And now it's milestone credits get cut in half. And now they're shutting this down, this program down up there.
They actually fought to keep.
Here's the kicker.
They actually fought to keep that extra, that third day of visiting. So, you know, hats off to the people who stood up for that. Thank you. But there's more than just visits involved here.
Well, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, folks. You got all these other elements of us being fucking, you know, fucking taken away from us. But yet not one of their paychecks are getting cut short or cut down a little bit to help with the fucking budget fucking crisis or whatever, or their budget cuts.
Or their
it
ponies.
Don't affect staff. Right. It don't affect staff whatsoever. So, you know, but it affects us. You know? It affects everything about us, you know? And that's the foul shit right there. Why they make $120,000, $130,000 a year, first year, second year in the system, and built the taxpayer dollars for absolutely doing nothing but sitting on their ass. You know, they don't really do shit. You know, if you listen to one of them other shows that are out there, he talks about they just sit on their ass for 8 hours and they do nothing, and get $120,000 a year after second year working the prisons. $130,000.
They complain about doing their running around like they're supposed to.
Right. And, you know, that's the fucking bizarre shit, you know? People making that much money just coming to work, sitting on their ass 8 hours, 7.5 hours a day doing nothing. And yet their checks ain't getting cut, you know? Or they can't even cut their checks to 2%, you know, to help with the budget. But yet everything geared towards prisoners is getting cut.
You have to pee.
Everything. Right?
I'm going to have to leave you alone here with the folks because the dog is absolutely insisting he's got to go out. So I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I'll talk with the folks. You know, so hey, folks, it's really a shitty thing they're doing to everybody. And then, I mean, on top of it, look what we've gone through while we've been fighting and fighting this case, right? We've been stuck in solitary confinement. You know, they won't let us out. They won't do nothing. It's one thing after another. It's this after that, whatever else. And they keep us in the hole. They don't want nobody getting along. They don't want nobody coming together or uniting, because then once you do that, you know, and everybody starts to see their gains like we did in the hunger strike, you know, then we start making the world a better place in here to live by changing laws, by coming together. You know, so I don't know. It's just a foul thing that for 9 years they created all this bullshit for nothing. And they keep men in the shoe, because that's a shoe basically. And now, you know, open the doors, that's cool, whatever, fuck yeah, let's roll. But for them to voice and to tell me and tell other people that they're going to place bets on certain things, violence or whatever, that's some foul shit, right? That's definitely some foul shit, man. You know, yeah.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You know, there's a book about the Green Wall by DJ Vodka. And he put it out there a long time ago about their fucking green wall games and Corcoran games, and they're doing it again. This is the same shit. But like I keep saying, there's so many moving parts to the corruption. So many moving different parts to the corruption. The medical, the custody, and then within them two branches, there's just all sorts of things going on. But you can bet this, our shit is getting cut. Any program for us is getting cut.
Mm-hmm.
Not them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, baby girl?
Yep. And they're coming far and few between.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sorry.
And they won't stop at nothing, folks. They'll stop at nothing to silence and destroy me and people that are advocates against what they're doing. They do not want y'all to know what they're doing. And anybody, whoever that was, that message, baby girl, that comment,
right,
is a cop. Anybody speaking out against the revelations and exposure of corruption and foul conditions of confinement, anybody speaking out against what we're doing, fuck you. You're a fucking cop and you're a snitch.
Well, or they're part of the corruption on some level or another.
That's why
part of the corruption.
Right. And I tell you again, fuck you. Go work with your rat tube homies and get the fuck off my page.
Man.
Straight up. Because you're a piece of shit is what you are.
Outlaw says late for the lie, but not for the fight. That's right.
Think of it, baby. Outlaw, what's up, my boy? I send mine to you, bro. I hope you're well, man. I really do, man. I send mine to you always, always. Hey, baby girl. The bottom line is, like me and my co-defendants talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you guys the reason why I chose to do this is you can bet this. I talk to my people first. And, I don't cross no lines or step over no lines and that I'm not supposed to. And I know the game very well. Anybody got a problem with us speaking out, active people in prison, GP, speaking out like we did in the hunger strikes and like we did with Caleb Tapner's video, like we're doing now. Anyone got a problem with that? Fuck you. See me. Come see me.
Yeah, it seems like the problem is they want the corruption to be the forerunner.
We'll have some coffee together. Wait,
I'm going to echo. I want to echo you. I agree. Fuck you. I'm going to echo you. Yep. Fuck with us.
We'll have a cup. Yeah. We'll have a coffee together, little coffee, and chit chat about your grievance. Listen, baby. But because again, I keep it clean. All I'm talking about is corruption, my exercising my First Amendment rights. I don't condone no violence. I don't want nobody getting hurt. No violence, no nothing. And motherfucker got a problem with exposure to corruption. You must be a goddamn cop or a piece of shit chomo, rapo, whatever the fuck you are, but get off my channel.
Or on the payroll somewhere, some way, somehow.
That's it. That's over with. Now let's move on.
Well, first of all, we got some comments here. Okay. We're a little behind. Paul G says the budget crisis is they need to pay more staff.
That's right, Paul. Hey, Paul, my best to you, bro. And I hope you're well, man. Everybody, I hope everybody's well. The bottom line is, if you have a staff member working 2 years only, and he's making $120,000, $130,000 a year, And most of them sit on their ass doing nothing.
Or
they'll pass out a tray in the morning and they do, I'm talking, hang on. And they do nothing. But yet they want to take the only programs we got and cut them all down, fucking negatively impact the convict, the prisoner, but not them? They can't even take a fucking 2% pay cut? I mean, come on, man. Don't they got enough houses and boats and trucks? I mean, most of these motherfuckers are driving Mercedes-Benz. Damn near making, they make way more than the teacher does. You know? And if you listen to one of my last videos, a nurse quit her job as an RN to go to work to become a custody staff.
Because it paid more.
And she told me, because it paid more. And then less bullshit for her to deal with. As far as the JCAT, she don't like dealing with the JCAT inmates over there. But she still got to anyway. It was just more of an incentive because of the money. And I'm like, whoa, shit. You're talking somebody who went to college for 4 years. They become an RN. That's a 4-year college course.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
She quits her job after so many years. I think it was over 10. I know that. And now she's a correctional officer. At the bottom, starting at the bottom. That says a lot, right?
Paying more than an RN that's been there for
says
10 years. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unskilled labor versus skilled. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What are their, I don't understand. I mean,
mm-hmm. Well, they're getting fat checks. Bottom line, they're getting fat ass checks, man.
I have to look into how much street cops make in comparison, because they do a whole fuck lot more.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure they do.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
You talking about old Bumpkin sitting on his ass in here, doing nothing. Old Bumpkin. Let me call back.
Taking you to showers or fetching your tray. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with the rest of this show. You didn't really fill me in. But we're a little bit upset about what's going on right now. They want to hurt people for profit any way they can.
An incarcerated individual at the California State Prison for CRISES, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, Outlaw sends his respects. Thank you to both of us. Yeah, thank you very much. Back
right
at
on,
you, Brant.
Right on, bro.
And
back at you, man.
Barry Wood gives us a little salute. Hi, Barry.
Who?
Barry Wood. Barry Wood. New guy's been popping up.
Wait a minute. Is that Barry Wood from Sacramento?
I don't
If
know.
so, I send mine anyway, Barry Wood. I hope this is my friend I know. But I send mine.
Well, you'll have to reveal himself. That's all I can say.
If it's the one from Sacramento, he was my neighbor in Pelican Bay Shoe before. I don't know. But I send mine. Mm-hmm. Anyways, the bottom line is that they'll do whatever they can to silence me and destroy me. And CDCR don't like me, so they'll set me up, however, and I'm sure it's coming. I just don't know how. And because I'm an activist against their agenda. And my friend Ronnie is too. There's a few of us that will speak out when it's warranted. And I think it's warranted more than not because, we don't have no other recourse. What do we have? Okay, 602s don't work, right? 602s don't work. Lawsuits, look what they did with the Asker. The Ninth Circuit basically shit on it.
Yep.
And look how brazen CDCR was at that Ninth Circuit ruling. Like they admit it. Yeah.
Like they were going to
all
some
the time.
type of celebration or something, not a ruling.
Right. Right. They basically said, yeah, we've been doing that shit for years. So what? Sue us. That's how brazen these people are.
And that's where we're at
we're
now.
talking about, wait a minute, man. We're talking, hold up, baby girl. We're talking real life shit. Real cases that are created by fabricated information by dumbass pigs.
Yep.
Who fucking get on here, get on my shit and make some dumbass comment because you don't want to come talk to me and have some coffee together. And have a little chit-chat about it, like a man. So, these people fabricate evidence and reports on us. We get shoe terms out of it. We get new cases so the corrupt DAs can pick it up. And the documents are fake.
Yep.
So they're going to admit in court doing all this. And that's okay. Wait a minute, you're talking about real life shit. People get hurt, slandered, and in real cases, people get 25 to life, 18 with 80%, 19, 20 years for possible bogus, falsified documents. Now, how is that okay? We can't do nothing on 602s. It's over with. Those things suck. They're all corrupt. Their courts are in their pocket. And there's only one other thing other than this, and I'm not going to say it, but I'm not with it. So I choose this method to let my truth seekers know that I'm exercising my First Amendment right, and I'm keeping it smooth and without violence, and I'm letting y'all know where your tax dollars going to. And stay tuned, because there's a major lawsuit coming. I won't say nothing else. There's a major lawsuit being brewed. That's all I'll say.
Yep. Because
we're about tired of it. We are about tired of this one-sided system.
Yep.
It's always them. Them. They win, they lie, they cheat, they steal. They lie, they cheat, they steal.
Mm-hmm.
They're stealing from my people, my wife, my mom, you guys.
All the taxpayers. And burning you guys. Burn you guys and causing you to suffer, and it's all not good.
Right. It's not good, folks. So, like the last time I got a 115, 2020, I got set up, a knife got planted in my cell, and then it concocted a story that I was going to kill an officer. Okay? Then they isolated me in a building I'm not supposed to be in, because I'm not mental health at all. Never have been. So he put me in this building for 6 months. I get out, come back over here. A year and a half later, so 2 years total, I get found not guilty by way of no evidence. So, and I'm supposed to be hunky-dory about that. I'm supposed to be cool. Yet, at the Ninth Circuit hearing, they bragged about doing that right there to me, basically.
Well, and they punished you for 2 years before they found you not guilty.
Right. I did a whole shoe term. That is a 4-year shoe. You do halftime. I did 24 months on 4 years. So they got their punishment out of me. So, how is that acceptable? By eating scale of justice or some type of fucking, righteousness. That's nuts.
It is nuts.
God damn. That's nuts, baby girl. They rake us through the coals. Here's what they do. They put my name in the paper so much. Throw my name out there all the time. Mm-hmm. It's all over the prisons. It's all over the media. It's all over. But yet, we can't throw their names out there and expose who they are. Really? And they're dirty? Really? Come on, man.
Well, their names are getting out there a little bit there. It's just nobody's taking it seriously because, they're like governors and secretaries of the prisons and wardens and blah blah blah.
Right.
They're important people who've done their part to bilk the citizens out of their hard-earned tax dollars.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Billions.
Yeah,
billions of dollars.
It's
billions.
Billions. You're talking. They got 18 billion, and they got a billion raise, a billion increase, and now a billion decrease, and they're taking all our stuff.
And
they're taking all our shit.
And they're making money on top of that they don't even really talk about through Calpia and selling labor to industries and corporations.
Calpia,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing, man. And that's, look, man, and you call me a criminal all you want, but, man, they're the real criminals. They're the real criminals. And here's another part to it. They will protect chomos and rapos, right? They protect the most vile, disgusting individuals in California prison systems. They protect them. How cricket is this? They protect them dudes and kiss them dudes' ass. I'm telling you, there's a J-Cat down here that's jacking off all the time.
Yeah.
And they cater to this dude, folks.
Why?
They give him everything just so he don't start acting out and crying or going off on them or gashing them. They cater to this dude.
Doesn't he just do what he wants anyways?
They treat us like shit.
Doesn't he just do it anyways? They cater to him and he's still shitty to them? Uh-huh.
Right. But they treat us like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll take care of these chomos and rapos like it's the thing to do. And then the guys that plead guilty or whatever, or just doing their time, get treated like dog shit because we ain't snitching, we ain't ratting, we ain't playing their game, and yet we get treated like dog shit. Now, is that not ass backwards?
Well, and Paul wants to know why. Paul wants to know. He doesn't understand it either. Why do they protect those folks?
Because, Paul, they're in protective custody, right? And according to the cops, they see everybody as equal humans themselves.
But they don't.
In boxes.
They don't.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They already curry to them. They already curry favor to them, so they don't.
Mm-hmm. And, so, because guys like myself uphold our mud, we hold our mud and go through this life doing what's right, not what's popular. Because sometimes doing what's right ain't popular for the situation. It just depends on what it is. You always got to do what's right. I don't give a fuck how unpopular and uncommon it is. As long as it's right, you can, I'll go to the end of the earth. You know what I did right. But they'll sit there and protect these chomos and rapos and their prison snitches. They're snitch tubers like a motherfucker. Because, and I'm going to tell you why, Paul. It's because, and everybody else, they help CDCR disseminate foul shit against us so it enhances their agenda. They tell the public what the dirty cops want to be out there to make us look like the bad guys so they can get more money to fight crime.
So they're basically using you for their boogeyman agenda.
Right. So here's an example. You remember about a year ago, baby girl, a year and a half ago, they had a tour come through here and they wouldn't let none of the reporters come down our wing.
Yeah.
Our wing is GP.
Yeah.
But they guided them towards the SNYs. After they left, they gave all the SNYs extra lunches and trades and all types of extra things because S&Y's told the media group, the media tour people, exactly what CDCR and ITI wanted them to tell them. They want they confirmed everything what CDCR's been telling the public. We're the bad guys. We're the ones fucking up the system and the whole 9 yards. And I know a couple dudes over there, and I heard them talking, how they got broke off and paid and looked out for, by the dirty ass cops, and it's like, that's why right there. So, they can tell me to the society that I'm the boogeyman and then request more money off my back and my friend's back. And you got these 10 snitches, 10 chomos and rapos and snitches supporting their position, but yet the media ain't asking them guys, hey, are you SNY? Are you GP? They're not asking those type of questions.
Right.
And all they're doing is they're giving them script, just like the snitch tubes. Script. They read from scripts. And, that's all they do. So they protect them and you break them off. They protect them and break them off. And that's why they do it. Yep. But yeah, man, the most wild, disgusting people ever. They do that.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
They help.
It makes no sense at all. It really doesn't.
It makes no, it sure don't. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, we're just kicking it tonight, man. I wanted to holler at you guys and hang out with the truth seekers, man. And
we got any
shit with y'all for a little bit, man.
We got any questions?
Got any questions? Any comments? Shoot them. Let's get this rolling, man. Let's get this rolling.
Outlaw says the real criminals they're the real criminals, and you guys are the political prisoners. Yes, they are such political prisoners.
Absolutely. Outlaw, man.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
And that's all they have is comic book, prison, boogeyman, fairy tales. That's right.
That's it.
There's the real weirdos. There's the real weirdos out there like Jeffrey Dahmer and Richard Ramirez, and they're real, but they want it to look like everybody that's in prison is a Richard Ramirez or a Ted Bundy or a Gacy, and it's not like that. It's just not like that, and public doesn't believe it. The public believes anyone that has gone to prison is garbage. And
Individual at this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
So,
hey, I'm back.
So we have Paul G wants to know if you're able to listen to music and what your favorite music is to listen to.
Oh yeah. What's up, Paul? Thanks for the question, bro. Yeah, I got on my tablet. We got what they call Stingray app and another app, and we get music on the tablet. And I like country music, and I like rock band. I like AC/DC, Metallica, and shit like that. And I like some country, Chris Stapleton and a Little Big Town, and a few other bands, But yeah, we got it on our tablet, man. It's pretty cool to have that outlet right there, But I usually mainly use my tablet to communicate with my family and talk to you guys, But I also wanted to point something out to you guys and Outlaw, mainly because he's doing videos and stuff. Hey, we listened to a video me and my wife did yesterday, right? Somebody was doing a live. There were two people on there, I guess. And I guess at the bottom of their screen, they had some Cash App you can donate money or give money to, right? And I listened to it for about 5 minutes, and I couldn't take no more because it's not informative at all about the prison, conditions, the confinement or corruption, right? it's just not informative. And it was like a couple baboons, a couple pieces of anal slime or something, just sitting there laughing at shit, right? And I'm just being honest, man. They're like a fucking bad polyp in an anus or something. And it's like these people are making money off the public for being goofballs, not even being informative, you know. And I mean, I told my wife, look, turn that shit. I don't want to hear no more. And we got rid of it. But you know, it's just like, look, man. You know, I'm like every other guy. You know, we ain't got much. I ain't got much. I don't want no money from nobody. You know, my thing is to put out the truth to you guys, man, and for you guys to pass it along. You know, share my shit. And I tell you, I've seen the quality difference of them and Outlaw and me. You know, where me and Outlaw are giving up facts, we're revealing real deal life shit. You know, and I'm not sitting on here being a fucking
a joker,
mindless baboon. A mindless baboon, basically. And then these guys had the audacity to run their fucking cash app across the bottom of the screen.
Like a ticker tape.
My mind that they would do that.
Right.
Huh?
Like a ticker tape.
Yeah, like a ticker tape. Yeah, like ticker, bottom line ticker. We used to get ESPN and Pelican Bay Shoe back in the days, and they would have the ticker across the bottom for showing the scores on all the sport teams and shit for the day.
Right.
And that's what it was.
Right.
It was just disgusting. It's like, Brant, why would you do that? And take people's money, you know? And then you're not even selling nothing, but you and your homeboy on this thing going, let's play with our buttholes. It's like, come on, dude.
Stop.
Look at the dog's butthole.
Stop. Hey, we got some questions here, okay? We got yep, those are social. Outlaw says those are social media panhandling bums. It seems like they all are. It seems like they're all out there panhandling. It's obscene. So Outlaw wants to know if you're familiar with the Phoenix program, the Vietnamese program, prison debriefing system during Vietnam War.
No, I'm not up on that one, man. Maybe you'll have to run that down on one of your videos for me, Outlaw, because I definitely would like to get put up on that. Yeah, that would be something else. I did hear something about the Vietnam War back in the days. I had a cellie that was in the Vietnam War. Back in the days, they used to, instead of going to prison, they gave you an option to go join the military and go to war. And he did that. And, he told me some stories about their prison torture tactics, right? And, but yeah, if you can, man, run that down to me, because that's definitely something I'm interested in learning, because they do it in here. These people torture, people think of torture being waterboarded, a bamboo sticks under your fingernails or in your penis or in your asshole, whatever. And I think of physical torture. This type of torture that these people do, psychological torture, emotional torture, mental anguish torture, shit like that. They play these games. It's all done by design too. And they'll go stir pots. They'll go tell one do this, one do that, because they're young kids, and these kids really don't know no better, and try to stir them up on somebody. And like I said on my last video, my friend got bum beefed. Somebody bum beefed him and lied about him, and it went all over California. And he never did. He was never drop out. He was never a PC ever, and we all knew it. But when he went to another prison, some kid ran up and got his ass handed to him. And now my buddy was sitting in the hole, and it's like, this is what they do. That was orchestrated by them. So that's the type of torture, and it's like, it's just foul shit they're doing like that, man. And I don't think it'll ever stop.
So Outlaw
What's up,
says
Andrew?
that you experienced the shoe, you know what the Phoenix program is. So we'll do our little homework and check it out and see what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real good about that.
Absolutely.
I'm a human
Absolutely.
ferret. And oh, you guys, I just want you to know that I set up an Instagram for this channel. So it's solid_behind blue eyes. If you want to get at us, private message us, ask questions, whatever. That it'll go through me, of course, but um,
Right. Right.
there's that,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
and we'll
Right.
do our best to try to start making that more central to communications
This.
in this, so that we can
Right.
get the word out. It just seems so difficult. I don't really understand why it's so freaking difficult.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
see these people that I've never seen
Mhm.
before with 20, 30, 40,000 followers, and they're talking out their asses. It's like,
Yeah, they're just like what we were talking about, like a minute ago. Them two guys sitting on their dang line
right.
talking about fucking butt fungus or something, and it's just like, and they're making money, and they're getting all these views, and they're getting all these. But hey, I do this for the truth.
Right. We're
We
not
do
about
this
the
to
money.
expose
Never
corruption.
were.
We do this to expose. Wait, we do this for the truth, and the people that seek the truth, and for the people that are like-minded, and just to expose the corruption, the underbelly, and the fucking conditions of confinement. That's why I do this. And if I can help somebody out there, or a kid, or anybody hears anything, man, keep his eyes open a little bit wider, be a little bit more mindful of his surroundings, then I did my job. Man, and that's what I do this for.
Yep.
I know I'm handsome, but I don't do this for my good looks.
Well, honey, they just got an old picture of you up there to look at, so even still.
No, I'm just saying. But yeah, man, it's like people are just abusing, not abusing, but they're like trying to bamboozle society, man, and that gets under my skin. It just does.
Well, the funniest
Because it's
part
like-
is they're competitively doing it too, talking shit about each other openly, challenging each other openly.
And others. And they're not informative. They're not substantive. They're not at all helping nobody. They're not helping nobody.
They're the
Even
first
though
ones to tell you who died.
Stick.
They're the first ones to tell you who died on the yard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they blow it up like a 10 on a 2. They exaggerate everything. And it's like, man, I mean, who in their right mind would want to hear that shit? I mean, I get people want to hear horror stories, boogeyman stories. But that's not me. That's not my people. My people want to just keep their head down and learn the truth and try to make the change here and there and just spread the truth, man.
Well,
let people know what's going on.
We really are. We're telling the real boogeyman story, the one that they're trying to hide.
Yeah. The one they're trying to hide. Get on, baby girl. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right, man. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. The real boogeyman, the CDCR, and their corruption. Straight up. Hey, Outlaw, I set up in that shoe for a long time, bro. All you guys, I set up in that shoe. I got 30 years in. I calculated about 26 and a half years, man. First time was almost 4 years up there, and I got out. I did about 9 months on the main line. I got validated, caught a couple attempted murders. I went to the shoe that time for almost 15. And then this time 9. So it's been a long time. This is all I know: solitary confinement and shoe in level 4 life. I don't know nothing else. And I've seen so many foul things up there in Pelican Bay, and solitary confinement is just, at some point it's gonna break. I just don't know when. and I'm going to keep doing what I can to break their backs because, keeping good men in the shoe in solitary confinement for nothing but honoring their integrity and morals it's disgusting. And then protecting chomos and rapos who hurt innocent women and kids and elderly people. I mean, how's that not ass backwards, man? Huh.
Exactly.
It's just foul.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
I sat up there for a long time, and I remember getting my canteen, right? This is how the canteen used to be, folks. We get our commissary once a month, and everything went in the paper bags. So if you ordered a bag of chips, they open the bag, the plastic bag, whether it be Cactus Annie chips or Doritos, cookies, whatever. They dumped everything in the paper bags. Everything went in the paper bags, paper cups. And so your stuff would go stale in 24 hours. You wake up the next morning, your bag is full of grease. Your coffee would look like a big clump of heroin or something.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And that's because it was so damp up there that nothing could survive without it being sealed up. And yet they, and then your family's paying for that stuff so that you could have something a little better, and they be sure to trash it before you can enjoy it. Way to go, guys.
Right. Baby girl, and they even did our packages like that.
Once a year. They get a box once a fucking year, and they gotta trash it. Yeah, I didn't know this at the time.
Everything went to paper bags.
I did not know this at the time.
I know.
And that just, I'm sorry, that just makes me so fucking angry. They can get away with that, and that's just the petty shit. That's the petty mean shit they do to make your life miserable.
I'll tell you something. And this is a true, I only tell the truth. This is true shit. I had a celly up there in Pelican Bay Shoe. He was so fucking...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He was so hungry, this man ate eggshells and banana peels.
Because he had nothing coming.
Pelican Bay Shoe.
He had nothing coming from the
Basically,
outside.
same shit.
And, wow.
Yeah, nothing. Let me call back. I gotta call back.
That's insane. There's too many people in there that don't have anybody on the outside, and you can't run a hustle from the shoe, and you get what you get. And I remember hearing about these little tiny portions for a grown man, and some of it was just pretty mediocre. And now where is that? Half cooked beans and shit and raw potatoes, and there's the dudes that don't have the resources on the outside that have to survive on that. It's terrible.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
But that's how it was back then, man. And I couldn't believe he was going to eat a fucking eggshell. And I watched this man ate an eggshell, a hard-boiled egg shell, because he was that fucking hungry. And then a banana peel.
That's so sad.
I was like, damn, bro, I can't do that.
That's so sad. That's terrible.
Yep. But that was Pelican Bay. I mean, look, baby girl. Thank God you're in my life, because, I'd be going through it here. And, this place, actually, this place is meals. The chow here is worse than Pelican Bay. It's worse. Because at least up there you can eat it. It just wasn't that much. This you can't even eat because it's that rancid.
Right. Makes no sense at all.
It's that rancid.
And wasn't somebody telling you about how at the fire camp they were eating real good and everything? Yeah. And so it's like, okay, great. I'm happy those people are eating good and they deserve it, but you don't deserve this shit. No way.
Right. I mean, I heard that they were eating half like pork ribs and pork chops and steaks and all sorts of shit. I ain't seen a real piece of meat in years. Fucking years, man.
It's sad.
So, I mean, it's definitely shitty, but I'm going to tell you about the Pelican Bay shoot real quick. When we were up there, matter of fact, when we did the hunger strikes, you know, all of us were right there in the short corridor, what's known as the short corridor. It consists of 4 buildings. And we're all sitting there on a hunger strike. And I'll never forget, July 4th.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
July 4th, 2011. That day sticks out in my life, and it will for the rest of my life, because they made them trays so fast. And because they knew we had started the strike on July 1st.
Oh, yeah.
And they put them in front of our cell. They put them in front of our cell doors. You know, you had 2 hot dogs, 2 beef patties, you know, a bunch of fries and beans and ice cream and cake and hot chocolate, watermelon, and they put all that in front of our door for like 30 minutes. And then they opened our cell doors one by one to see if we would accept it. And nobody came out and did nothing. Fuck your tray, pig.
Try to break you with groceries.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the torture I'm talking about.
Yep.
That's part of the torture.
Or what about when they would have their potlucks on Sunday in the day room?
Oh yeah. Yep, and you could smell it. And you could see it. And you know it. And you know what another thing is? At the Bay though, back then, I remember my friend's parents and family drove from San Diego all the way up to Pelican Bay, and they told them, oh, visits are canceled. They just spent $2 or $3 grand coming up there, you know, and that's the type of shit they do to us, man.
Yeah.
And they did that like that to try to break us, psychologically break us, you know. Or what about my friend's family members dying, and they tell him the next week, hey, your so-and-so died. Oops, sorry. We'll try to get you a call in a couple days. Just sell it to him from the section door. That's the torture that we talk about right there. That's foul. Real foul shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's CDCR for you and their finest.
Well,
that's their finest.
And also they do this weird little thing where they kind of treat you like an animal and expect you to act like an animal. It's like they're setting a precedence to get you to react.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on a second here. Outlaw says, can you clarify individual status at the fire camp, specifically Jamestown, because several fake active YouTubers claim they were super level 4 active at Jamestown to the viewers.
Jamestown's from what I heard, Jamestown's all PC, SNY. You know, and there is no level 4 down there in Jamestown. That's level 1, 2, and 3 in the fire camp. And that's a no.
There's nothing but level 1s at fire camp, correct?
Right. Nothing but level 1s at fire camp that have under 18 points, and they meet a criteria where they've got no prison violence ever. So
the super active fire campers they're sitting around that campfire telling them boogeyman stories. Roasting them marshmallows and weenies. Yeah, they're a big old weenie roast over there.
Yeah, they're roasting somebody's weenie in their fucking butt cheeks. I don't know, but I tell you this. Man. There ain't no level 4 fire camp in the world in California, bud.
Yeah.
No way. And that's funny.
And when there's not a fire, they go out in the public sector and do like park maintenance and like.
Right. Yeah.
Where I live, there's a lot of
cleanup.
Public
roadside.
a lot of public areas like parks and so they'll bring them out there and they'll do the weeding and they'll do like any construction. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll do roadside cleanups. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
do. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they do. Yeah, but yeah, they're definitely not no level 4. Hey, I listened to a couple of them channels, man, real quick, and I hear this dude. I won't ever repeat their names because they're a bunch of lames as far as I'm concerned. But I hear this dude talk about he rolled up into the shoe. Where's my bum? So he rolls up into the shoe and he goes into this shoe area and he's telling somebody, "Where's my rack?" Man, we don't have racks in the base shoe or in corker shoe. And you don't roll up anywhere like that. You go straight into a cell that's got a bump. You know? And it's just so funny to hear people talk like that. Because I've been there many, many years, many, many times. And, you know, so watch out for them imposters because there's a lot of imposters.
Well, they use the language. They use the language, but they don't really understand what they're saying.
No. No, they you know, they don't really grasp that, hey, man, the real deal McCoys, we've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Outlaw thanks you. He wanted confirmation on that. He said he knew it, but he wanted confirmed from a real comic.
100%, old boy. Hey, Outlaw, that's 100%. And I give you my word on that, man. They're whoever's saying that shit is a liar. They're so full of shit. The eyes are brown, and they smell like shit. So that's crap right there, bud. They're lying. But yeah, man. You know, I just, you know, I'm gonna be real with you guys and keep it 100% always, man. And if I can't answer a question, I just flat out tell you, man, I refuse to answer that one. I plead the fifth. You know? Because, you know, I got my motherfucking honor and integrity intact.
Right.
And that's just how it's going down up in Scoop Town.
All right, Tim.
Up in Scoop Town.
Tim says there are YouTubers that claim when they debrief, they only...
and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That then when they debrief, they only told on themselves. Am I correct that this isn't possible?
Yeah. You know how many times I heard that? If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd be rich right now. Hey, Tim, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little game, bud. I said mine to you. Glad you thanks for your question. No. When these dudes debrief, they don't just tell on themselves because the IGI won't let that happen. They will tell them several times, if you do not tell us everything we want to know, you are not debriefing. We will put you back on the GPR after they've already tapped out. And that's what they do. And that take, like, if this white dude, black dude, Mexican, you take him into an office, get him in the corner somewhere, and pull out the picture board. Everybody on that yard, that's part of his race. And they go down by that board. Everybody on that yard on his race. Everybody gets told on somehow, some way about something.
Wow.
Or he might say, I don't know. I don't know him. I know him. I know that guy, though. Oh, yeah. And that's what they do.
Wow.
Now, like for us, when you're a validated gang member, when somebody does debrief, and we've had a few of them, they tell on all the other members, alleged members, and associates first. And then if they know something about other races, they go into that too. But it's never just on themselves. Now, if it's a young kid coming in the system, you can bet IGI already knows he's not really a part of nothing. He just maybe got into some drug debt or something. Well, he'll sign a piece of paper, tell him what he knows and about who, and they automatically send him out to the SNY yard probably within 30 to 60 days. But a debriefing system is different. It's a year system, 2 phases. And they get everything. I mean, they debrief them of everything and a bunch of lies and a bunch of bullshit. I mean, all sorts of crap. And they put a 10 on a 2 like you wouldn't believe. So, yeah, that's always a lie right there that they only told them themselves. I heard that shit so many times now. If I had a nickel for every time, I'd be a rich motherfucker. But yeah, that's that. That's
Okay,
how
we
it
got
goes.
some more comments. Outlaw says my favorite shoe boogeyman story is I did 4 shoe terms at the Bay with legends. And then he goes on. He goes on to say there's a CO YouTube channel that did a debriefing video. They said themselves, you can't tell on yourself. You must make up stories on someone else.
Oh, you gotta tell on just everybody. That's how they want it. And if they don't, they're not gonna let them debrief until they do. They'll keep them in ass egg, and they'll come back at them 3 or 4 different times until they give them everything they want them to say. And I'll tell you this: a lot of times they already know if it's true or not. Okay, they already know.
Right, they just want everybody on board.
They want this dude. They won't wait. They want this guy to confirm. So. And then they regurgitate it, and then they go around and spin it some other way. And it's all done to fit their agenda. And if you look at the Ninth Circuit ruling in that court hearing right there, and you see what they admit to, and then you see on the Daubert hearing on our case, where Corey Perryman admitted to it, it's right there. It's right there. And yet, we suffer the consequences for these rat scumbag motherfuckers, lying son of a bitches, slime fucking buckets of shit. We
Tell us how you really feel, honey.
Yeah, you know, they got a special place in hell for people like that. You know, they really do. And or hurt innocent women and children. They got a special place in hell. If there is a hell, I'm sure. That's just meant for them. And but yeah, that's how that works, man. That's how it works. That's how it works. Well, baby girl, that shit's ugly.
It sure is. We got anything else out there?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, let me call back real quick.
Okay.
We'll wind this one on down.
Yep. We really thank you guys for your participation and helping us disseminate the truth. Your questions that are thought-provoking. And once again, we did set up a new Instagram so that you can ask questions or leave questions, comments, whatever, if you don't want it to be known that that you're asking. Get some issues, put it out there.
All right, I'm back, baby girl.
If you want to say something to us on Instagram, you want us to talk about it here, but you don't want us, you don't want anybody to know who's asking, just let us know. We won't say anything about where it came from.
Right.
We'll just get to the facts.
Yeah, if y'all got any topics you know you want to get at me on here, you know, talk about, you know, any ideas you float by me, man.
We also have an email.
Out, man, let us know.
We also have an email.
Yeah, we got an email.
It's solidbehindblueeyes@gmail.com or the Instagram solid_behindblueeyes.
There.
So yeah.
There you go. Get on, baby girl. Get on, baby girl. Well, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wind this one on down. I thank y'all for your questions, Paul, Outlaw, Tim, everybody participating, man. You guys are the best. And we got the best truth seekers out here, man. And I truly appreciate y'all, you know. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. And, I send mine to the worthy, and the worthy, you know who you are, man. All right, folks. Until next time, take care, my people.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night and a great weekend.